Yeah, so personally, I don't think there are many barriers for working offshore to have a successful career because everyone's treated the same, whether you're 20 or 60, if you're a male or female, as long as you're showing interest and willing to work hard, everybody will be keen to have you succeed and help you learn along the process.
The challenges and barriers, I think, to a successful career in oil and gas, especially a technical offshore role, is just making yourself stand out amongst the rest of the crew because there will be many skilled personnel on the rig and worldwide. So you just need to continue to push forward and make yourself stand out, be known to everyone, just network as well because there might not be chances to network.
I took quite a different path to at least a lot of the students in my class anyway. I knew for a while that I wanted a career in oil and gas. I did a degree at first in chemistry, and my initial plan was to try and break into the industry that way. Um, I did find out, however, that without experience and the certificates, that was going to be a real big problem. And I had heard about this apprenticeship through a few of my friends doing it and that sort of thing. And I know that it's a really good opportunity and that you get so much certificates and experience along the way. So for me, it was only recently that I went for it and considered it. But I'm really glad that I did.
I decided to become an apprentice after my second year at university, and I found that the teaching style and the way that the modules and the course were set out wasn't for me. It was more theory than the practical, and I'm more of a hands on learner. So I decided that I take the leap and look for apprenticeships as it would be better for my time to study on that and to focus on that, and it's something that I enjoy more.
Yeah, it's been a bit strange, a bit of a struggle at times. I think the main problem is the lack of classroom learning, where like you get one on more one-on-ones with the teachers and the lecturers and that sort of thing. Also, a bit strange like at the social aspect. Um, Obviously, in previous years, classmates could socialize a lot easier, could go out, that sort of thing. Um, so yeah, it is a bit strange in that sense, but I think the college, the OPTIO and Asset have got quite a nice balance of classroom learning as well as online learning. So it does make things easier that you still are able to be in contact with classmates and that sort of thing.
Yeah, just obviously, yeah, right on what I said, that it's just something I wish I did do when I was a kind of earlier stage in my life. I did obviously, have a different path set out originally, working in an office. I worked there for quite a number of years. And it wasn't until one day I realised that sitting at a chair, drinking coffee on a laptop all day wasn't maybe the path for me. And kind of getting that hands-on experience with appeal through the OPTAP program is something that was kind of has been really rewarding, and it's obviously going to take me further down the line with pardon me when I do go offshore with BP.
The advice I give to my younger self is that you shouldn't feel pressured to go down one path. Just feel free to try different things and make sure that you find something that you enjoy and that you excel in and you could stick yourself into. Make sure that you tailor to your own needs and your own wants than just going down one path, and that there is no one path to end up to your final goal. You can take as many tries and as many different routes and you'd still get to the same place that you want to be.
I think my friends and family aren't very sure of what an apprentice does. And excuse in our industry. I don't think it is too dissimilar to what they might believe. Just sort of carrying out, well, for myself anyway, sort of daily maintenance and sort of any sort of preventive maintenance across the asset. I think that's probably as close as you could get to thinking about what it is under a mechanical technician.
My friends and family think that an apprentice just goes to their working site and just gets put on to do the small jobs and gets taught a few things here and there and gets paid not that well for it, whereas it's completely different to that. You do get a good blended learning and you get put through your paces, you do get the practical and you do get the theory to the practical, which all, again, links together and helps you build on what you already know.
A lot of my family are already in this industry and have came up through apprenticeship, so I kind of always had a rough idea of what to expect, but most of my friends are not in this industry at all, so I don't think they have a clue in what I do.
A lot of people think that apprenticeships are for young people or for school leavers as well, and I just like to sort of, I guess, dispel that misconception that apprenticeships, especially like this one, I know that others are different, but ones like this one, they cater to all ages. So I think that's a really important point.
So I think for me, a lot of my friends were going to uni and sort of an apprenticeship route was seen to be for somebody that maybe wasn't smart enough to go to uni. So that's a big misconception because I had numerous unconditional places for uni, but I just knew that an apprenticeship was a better route for me because you were getting the practical hands-on skills that I wouldn't be getting at uni. I also think it's a misconception that a lot of people think you're sort of at the bottom of the food chain when you're offshore, which I guess is true in some ways. You've got the least experience on the rig, but you're just treated like everybody else. So the jobs are divvied up between everybody, and you're given as much responsibility as your colleagues who are maybe fully qualified or have many years' experience over you.
For me, it's something that I haven't seen widely advertised as, oh, like girls like come and join this. Because I know when I applied to this, they had like girls and OPTIO events and stuff, but I haven't seen them since. And I feel like that's something that, like, if there's like girl specific events that you could encourage girls to come along, see what the type of stuff we do, see what like different ways you can like get into the industry. Like, I feel like those sort of events is what we're missing to do, like, increase the girls in the industry.
I feel what can be done to make the energy industry and offshore work more appealing to young girls and women is that anyone can do it. It's not just the misconceptions that you have in your head of, oh, it's a man's job, or it's all just about getting dirty and you have to have elbow grease and strength to do it. No, it's the energy industry is vast and it's not just one path. It's not just one task. It's just a broad spectrum and you can fit yourself into it any way you like.
I think in the next 5 years, I would ideally like to be a fully competent mechanical technician. I think that would be a good goal to set myself, is to complete my apprenticeship and forward myself onto that. I think I'd also like to perhaps broaden my skills even into multidiscipline areas and further down the line progress into a senior tech role. I think that would be my aspirations.
Yeah, so although I'm just at the start of my apprenticeship, I would say that I'm quite ambitious. Everything that I've started, I've finished, I've carried it through to the end. So I think overall my ambitions are just to climb the ladder, to become fully qualified. Maybe even move and work abroad for a few years just to again sort of expand on my skill set. But yeah, to climb the ladder, become a lead technician, and even up to OIM level, I think.
Yeah, I think I would just like to be a fully qualified instrument tech, build on my experience, maybe get another qualification or something. But yeah, definitely fully qualified.
For me, it's just to like continue on, like get like qualified, and then just see where the job takes me, because there's so many opportunities that like are still appear, opportunities that are there that you can aim for as well.
Yeah, so I would ideally like to build on my knowledge and experience over the next few years within the North Sea, maybe take on an apprentice to look after, like my mentor took me under his wing, and just pass on the knowledge and experience that I've gained, and then possibly move to abroad just to see a different perspective of offshore life in a different country.
Yeah, for myself, initially just completing the OPTIO apprenticeship programme. From there, securing a role with my sponsoring company, and obviously successfully just continuing my career and seeing where it can take me and seeing where I can take myself.
My long-term career ambitions are just to get stuck into my work and into the energy industry and continue learning, because learning doesn't stop just after you get a job. I want to continue progressing up the career ladder, up the ranks, to get myself into a good position that I enjoy and that I can continue learning from, and just gain as much knowledge as I can and not restrict myself just to one path, and just continue transferring my transferable skills that I've learned and will continue to learn.
So you're working away from home for 3 weeks. It can either be night shift or day shift, 12-hour shifts, which can be quite hard. However, you're working with a group of people which you'll probably end up considering as your extended family, as you'll end up seeing some of them more than you do your own family and friends. It's a great work environment which is innovating, interesting and challenging, with no 2 days being the same.
There's a very sort of tight-knit community, also a sort of family sense to it all. I think everyone gets along very well, and that makes the life offshore a bit more, a bit simpler. It's not like a chore, because you get along with everyone and everyone's willing to step up and help you, and everyone sort of looks out for each other.
Having a group of people out there that are so helpful and so friendly makes the 3 weeks being away from home 10 times easier.